Let's talk about Jimmy though. We mentioned that he's throwing a lot of interceptions, smiling. Kyle Shanahan at the beginning of this offseason said, this is going to bring out the best in Jimmy Garoppolo. An angry Jimmy Garoppolo is a good Jimmy Garoppolo. It's the best Jimmy Garoppolo. And the fact that they made this trade for Trey Lance is going to bring out the anger and competitor in Jimmy Garoppolo. I haven't seen that at all. I've seen the worst camp from him, particularly since Kyle Shanahan made it public that they were going to split time during games. I've seen Jimmy Garoppolo tank.
Well,
What
let
is
me
that?
ask you a question.
Yeah,
Kyle specifically used the phrase "an angry Jimmy Garoppolo."
I specifically used the phrase angry. Yeah,
Have you
angry.
seen an angry Jimmy Garoppolo?
Not in my life. Never. He's the happiest person I've ever seen.
Every time I look at him, he's smiling. He's
Like, how did I get here? I don't know. I was just hanging out in a fraternity at Eastern Illinois, and then I got drafted, and someone said I was going to be the next Tom Brady. And so I just smiled a lot for 4 years in New England, and then I got traded over here, played well for a month, got $100 million. I'm lucky. I can't complain. That's Jimmy.
Now listen. Maybe there is an angry Jimmy Garoppolo, but they locked him in a closet somewhere.
Yeah.
And this is the happy. They got it wrong. They
Yeah.
put out the happy Jimmy Garoppolo and they left the angry one in the closet. The other is the whole time before training camp started, I kept saying, I want Jimmy to win the competition and I want to see him play his tush off.
Yeah.
I want to see him rise to the occasion and beat out the kid. Iggy, honestly, I haven't seen it. Now, look, I got a $50 bottle of wine right.
There's still time.
But
There's still time. There's one more. There's one more
there's
game
time,
left.
but I haven't seen. Now, again, in the last game they played, he had an efficient drive going.
Hmm?
I mean, he only completed what, 3 passes, Iggy?
Yeah.
His passer rating was 16.7. That's lower than the earthworm. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yes.
That's really low.
Yeah.
And it was a typical Jimmy drive. They're moving, they're going. He's a little Jimmy Gimmies, they're little passes and stuff. And then he throws a pick. And it's like, oh, when you're watching him play, you say, I wonder when he's going to throw the pick, because he's going to.
I think what we're learning about Jimmy Garoppolo is he doesn't respond well to pressure. There's a lot of pressure on every throw he makes in camp and preseason like never before. It's all scrutinized. And he's crumbling under pressure. He crumbled under pressure in the playoffs a couple of years ago, under real pressure last year, and now in camp. I think you're seeing it affect Trey Lance as well, but not at the same way. But I think you see both guys really trying hard to prove themselves. And I don't know. It just seems like Jimmy Garoppolo is, it brings out the worst in him.
Yeah, I think Jimmy's game has declined under pressure. I think you're making a really good point.
Yeah.
We don't know about Trey. My guess is pressure doesn't bother him as much. That I think he's going to be a hell of a competitor. But Iggy, he does really need to refine his game.
No question. And when I look at the pressure getting to Jimmy, it's like making the same mistake every day. That's got to be part of it. Trey Lance, when he makes a mistake, he's a rookie. He seems to improve. I don't see him making the same mistake. Well, firing those short passes is making the same mistake all the time. And that's not just a Trey issue. It's a 49ers organizational issue. The quarterback coach, the coach, they have to have a plan to teach him touch and work on it every day. And I'm there at practice. I watch. They don't do that kind of stuff. So I'm watching. Will says, to be honest, I'm getting really tired of journalists saying Jimmy Garoppolo should start because he took us to the Super Bowl. Any quarterback in 19 would have made it, throwing 20 passes a game. Move on now because we're splitting the locker room badly.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
I don't think that we're journalists who are saying that, though.